Let's get this show on the road. I want to show you guys what's been going on. It is actually the 4th, and I'm going to post this today of August, if I'm correct. August 4th. Man, this journey has been insane. For you guys that do know, at the end of July was hectic. It was purely based off news. There was no like technical analysis, the best way to put it. But one thing I do realize that I've been missing on, that I'm actually going to explain to you guys in this video right here, is even if your trade happens before 9:30, you can still get in and be profitable. It's the best way to put it. Just to kind of catch you guys up, my accounts, I mean, way low, way low. I basically, so when I started making these videos, I started at 750. And the account was supposed to be at 1,000. As you guys can see, that jumped at 800. So I was just catching mad L's last week and today. Last week I didn't have one win, not one. That's rare because one, I've been on consistent wins for like the past 3 weeks. So I know my strategy works. I know that I'm going to be a profitable trader whenever I start trading online and on these funded accounts. My main problem is, one, I got too careless with not looking at news, and I also got too careless with my strategy. Like, I'm so used to my strategy being in my favor that I don't even try half the time anymore. That's just how easy it is for me. But the market ain't always going to print the same thing. Like, obviously, the same candles are not going to continue to print. The same trends are not going to continue to be respected. And the best way to put it is, not a lot of things were getting respected at the end of July. And, the only thing that gave me clarity, knowing that I wasn't tripping, was there's also, you know, um, there were also pro traders that were getting their butt kicked. People that are coming up and trading getting their butt kicked. And I'm over here like, thank you, knowing that I'm not the only one. But to fast forward today, I'm going to show you how you can actually trade before 9:30. And I'm not saying actually get in before 9:30, but see your trade happening before 9:30. Get your bias. I'm also going to go over my trading strategy in this video. So, I'm going to try to make this more understanding. Right now, I'm just in a crunch where I have literally an hour to think about what my next video is going to be. And then I have to pile, stockpile, 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 stockpile. And I'm like, dude, what was your last video? What did you do? Well, then it's like, well, I got too much going on. I will say, I've been struggling my relationship with God, and it's not his fault. That's obviously mine. But the best way to put it is, I haven't been reading my Bible as much, and it's hindering our relationship with Him horribly. Oh my gosh! And some of you guys don't realize how detrimental that is in your relationship with God. For me, the reason that I read my Bible and the reason I do the things that I do is because I value my relationship with God. Some of you guys can look at it like, oh, you don't have to. He already paid the price. You already have to go to heaven. Yeah, but when you love the Lord in a way that not a lot of people do, it's different. When you love your significant other, you do a lot of sacrifices. Some of you guys are not sacrificing for the Lord. You're sacrificing for your significant other, but not for the Lord. And that's not going to help you. Also, how you treat others is how your relationship with God is. And it's really hard when you do so well in every other place, but at home sometimes. You do so well in the places that it don't necessarily matter, but when it does matter, you struggle. So, best way to wrap that up with work on your relationship with God. Keep your eyes focused on Him. Don't let the winds and the waters be the reasons that you just give up. But let's move on. Said I was going to show you guys this trade that I could have taken, but I actually took a loss on it today. I'll just kind of show you how much I got cooked last week. There you go. 50, 105, 65, 61, 44, 35. At this point, I just stopped trying. I just was like, let's take some risk. There was a trade that I took, and this is me breaking my rules. I mentioned that I was up 450 in one trade. I don't take trades like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was up 450. That thing went all the way back down to negative 100. That's what happens when you don't follow your rules. But I also was with a customer, so I couldn't pull out. So it was just a poopy last week. So I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna bring this back up. I'm still not gonna do 100K until I'm at 1500. Let me pull this up. I'm not doing 100K. Okay, if you pull up one more time, one more again, I'm finna swing until I get this balance until 2, 15, 18, or 20. I'm not doing 100K, but we'll see. That's what I was saying. I keep getting off topic. I just haven't been on freaking charts in a while. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let me just shut my mouth. Used to doing this on my laptop. Finally using my mouse, and it's so weird. I'll just start here. Okay, so obviously I look for my 1 hour liquidity sweep. And as you can see, there is no 1 hour liquidity sweep here. There is there is no, there is no liquidity sweep. And I did something key that I forgot to do for a while, and that is also checking NASDAQ. I'm going to show you this is where the trade was. I just wanted to show you that I normally trade on SPX, but if you don't really like, how do I say it? If you don't really open your mind to what is there, you miss the chances to get entries, is the best way to put it. You didn't have to trade today because realistically there wasn't a trade on SPX, but there was a trade on NASDAQ. So there we go. We do have a 1 hour liquidity sweep prior to 9:30. Let's go into 5 minute. And the way to handle this is obviously you get your 1 hour liquidity sweep. I'm not trading previous to 9:30. Not. I'm not. Now, if I see an entry after 9:30, that's different. So we got our liquidity sweep, and usually what I normally used to do, and I haven't done this in a while because I've been trading differently. Whatever caused the sweep, I would do it to the highest point of the leg or the lowest point, depending on what you're going off of. As you can see, this candle broke structure with the body, pre-breaker structure, but once again, before 9:30, I wasn't going to enter that. So what I would be necessarily looking for in this situation is right at 9:30, I'm looking for fair value gaps and fair value gaps alone. Those are mad key whenever you start to see your confluences, especially when it's respecting the trend. So let's go into the 1 minute. And this one was hit on. My buddy called me. Well, I called my buddy this morning while I was at work. I told him, I said, dude, I knew that there was a liquidity sweep, but it was previous to 9:30. Now, when I got carried away because I'm at work, I also forgot that I saw this liquidity sweep on NASDAQ. So I was looking for a confluence, but I was so confused because I'm like, no confluence. So I'm looking for a reversal. My trade had already played out and I wasn't paying attention. So here we go. Where is our first fair value gap? Right here. And I'm going to explain this to you guys the same way I explained it to him. There's obviously fair value gaps that get mitigated, and there's fair value gaps that get retested, there's fair value gaps that get touched with bodies that break through them, and there's bodies, well, and wicks that just touch them. In this case, this wick went completely through this body. Completely went through this fair value gap. The only reason I would have entered this trade is by knowing that the body closed this high, because that is an insane rejection. I would have entered right there, straight up. To put it into better context for you guys that are very like, um, for the ones that are like, no, I need more confirmation. All right, anybody know what a breaker structure is? Breaker structures, especially in the 5 minute, or I mean, you could say 1 minute in this occasion, they get respected a lot. Well, there's a high right here that got respected. And if you are a trader that trades breaker structure, pre-breaker structure retests, this is a high. This candle broke this high, as in body compared to the wick. Let's just put it like this. This body broke above this wick, and then we get a retest right here. That was the second entry. But I wasn't looking at it like this. Now I know some of you guys that don't know how to trade, you're mad confused. Well, not me. That was an easy entry, and it could have been an easy what, 30. So right on 9:30, there was a 5 minute trade. 5 minute trade. I would have loved that. But boy got cooked. I'm gonna show you another take profit. Could have took these highs. Now you would be pushing it. Not gonna lie to you, because those are 1 hour highs. If you're a trader that likes to hold and hold and hold, then that's on you. I probably would have maybe thought about this high, just being in the 5 minute. Would have been in the trade for about an hour and 30 minutes, so it wouldn't have been a scalp. So, there was trades to take, but there was an easy 5 minute trade, 5 minute scalp, and that would have been some good money, especially being on NASDAQ. I mean, shoot, some of you guys would have caught thousands of dollars from that. Some of you guys would have caught hundreds of dollars. To go back to what I was saying on SPX, there was not a 1 hour sweep. It just was a drawdown. And that's the thing that sucks about SPX. It's a really good pair to get in and get out, but when they don't look the same, you need to compare. Because there was still, I'm pretty sure there was still an entry on here. It just didn't show that this candle was blue, and then we caught a sweep. So let's just go back and go to this one. Let's see if there was a fair value gap retest on here. Oh, shit, I'm burning up. Wearing this freaking hoodie. Um, oh, no retest, no retest, no retest. Yeah, I actually saw this one. This is when I was staring at SPX, but I didn't enter. I did see this, and I would have caught it for a couple pips. What, 10 pips? That would have been a really good entry. So this is where I got carried away. And this is when I should have realized that I was making a stupid trade because I let my trade play out. But that's what happens when you make mistakes and you haven't been backtesting, because realistically there is nothing to backtest when there's a full fundamental week. Now it's different when you can backtest just the market regardless of it being at a 9:30, because there is trades. My trades do play out, but it don't be at 9:30 or on a fundamental week. So I can't do much about that. I mean, I could sit here and go over possible trades, but I mean, shoot, some of those are at like 9 p.m. 11 p.m. We're talking about 1 p.m. through 4 p.m. I don't trade those hours, but yeah, it's good back testing. Um, let's just also go over this. So this is why I took this trade. Okay, for example, right here, I was looking for a reversal. Got tired of sitting here waiting. I saw this double wick, and I like that this wick was higher than this one, and we caught a doji in the 5 minute. Normally, what you should really do if you are looking for reversals is you need to wait for a 5 minute breaker structure, as in a change of character, because we're looking for reversals. After all this buying, we finally got a black candle, and I was like, okay, I want to start looking for selling now. Well, if you didn't know, I got cooked. Now you know. So when I saw this black candle print, I was like, oh snap. There is a 5 minute inverse right here. And this is kind of why I took this trade. I was like, let me see, let me see, let me see. And I'll show you guys that I actually was patient. I didn't want to get cooked again. I said, let me see how this prints. I was waiting for this. I literally said, the moment that this gets retested, I'll see what happens. As you can see, it got retested, and then the candle closed inside of the freaking box. I was not getting in on that. But then I saw we entered this fair value gap. Would have been an inverse. And then I started to see rejection, and the candle started to push out of the box. Well, that's when I entered. Well, let alone I got cooked. And luckily I had a slight tight stop loss, but I still lost $50. So like, I make stupid mistakes mainly because one, I'm not at work. I mean, I'm at work. I can't sit here and be like so fixated on the market. And then right when I am sitting here trying to make trades, I got meetings, I got customers, I also got my managers running up and down the freaking hallway just for nothing. I mean, the day just started, bro. Chill, like for real. But at the end of the day, I love my job. I ain't gonna sit there and act like it's the worst thing ever. I love my job. I feel like that's why I'm kind of making idiotic mistakes on the markets because I'm having a good time when I'm at work, but I do want to focus on trading. Like this is my passion. I'm not gonna sit here and give up on this. I'm gonna find a way that I can mentally be stable. I think this is also why it's been hindering my relationship with God is because one, I've been very unstable. I'm not getting ways to really get out. I'm not having ways to really express myself. Slacking in the gym. I'm not taking care of my body. I'm not sitting down and praying as much as I need to. I'm not sitting here reading my Bible as much as I need to. I'm not really having those moments to where I can just sit down and breathe. And I'll be honest with you guys. You need to have a moment where you can breathe. Don't be so codependent on everybody in this world that you have to rely on every single left turn, right turn. I need this, I need that. Give yourself some time to be with God. Seriously, it is very, very critical. Give yourself some time to really get everything out. My coworker was telling me that they bought just some random car, put it under this bag, like this big old I don't know what I'm trying to say. They put it on top of this terp or whatever it is, tarp, and just started beating it with a bat. And some of you guys are like, bro, why would you beat a car? Well, the car was already crashed. They just wanted to just let some rage out. And I'm like, sometimes people need to do that, dude. It's so healthy to find a way to release your rage. But realistically, obviously, the more healthier way is to give it to God. Give it to God so He can give you true peace. When you have problems, you don't deal with it on the inside and then sit here and go try to act like it's gone. No, you just restored it into your heart. Now your heart gets more hardened. You get more cold. You get less purity within your heart, and then you just try to go to the next thing. You need to deal with the things that you're going through, and you also need to deal with God. If you keep running away from every single situation, you're just going to keep being cold-hearted. I've seen myself start to really turn in ways that I shouldn't be turning to, accepting things that I shouldn't be accepting. I had a beautiful sermon on Sunday. It was amazing. It was talking about marriage. He was referring to husbands and wives and single people and divorced people. I mean, it was powerful. If you guys don't know, the church I go to is Vision, and it is amazing. Check that junk out on checking that junk out. That's crazy. Check their YouTube out. I know he most definitely posted that sermon. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Pastor Tyson is awesome. He has a passion for Christ. He talks about the Bible. He's not here to be your friend. He's here to be your brother, your sister, a leader in Christ. Like, he's awesome. He's funny too. I love the dad jokes. I love them. So, you know, I'm going to continue to move forward. I'm going to continue to prosper. I'm going to continue to never give up. I'm going to continue to rely on God because, man, it's so easy to rely on things yourself. And the enemy, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Oh, man, what did he steal from you? Oh, man, what is he killing inside of you? And what is there to destroy? What is to destroy that is so powerful within you? You know what I'm saying? I forgot the verse, and is it First Peter 5:8 or 8:5? But it just basically says that the enemy is like a preying lion or like a roaring lion, something like that, and that he waits to devour his prey. And that's what we are. We are his prey. He waits to let us fall. He waits that we're weak. Can't even speak. He waits until we're weak to just come and put sin in front of us. He waits till we're weak to rely on the evil things. He waits till we're weak to just be like, throw those seeds and plant those seeds into your mind. And Lord have mercy, can you cleanse my palate? Because I don't know why I keep sitting here talking ignorant, man. I keep like, what is the enemy trying to make me not say that may set some people free? Obviously, I'm dumb. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am dumb, but shoot, the enemy gonna do what he got to do just so more souls don't get saved. He's gonna do all he can do to make marriages break. He's gonna do all that he can do to make sure that covenants get destroyed. Anything that can build your relationship with God and also set you free and also make you have your one-way ticket to heaven. He will do anything in his power to destroy it because he can't do it. He can't get there. He can't try to, you know, I mean, dude, bro didn't even say sorry to God. What makes you think he care about you? Crazy. But to end this off, I got some work to do. I really do. I want to show you guys that I'm not joking around anymore. I want to show you guys that all those videos that I've made previously, that it wasn't just me talking out my butt. Life's challenging, and right now I'm seeing things that I don't like. But at the end of the day, I gotta move forward because I know that the end results will always pay off. So I'm having a good time at my job. I'm having a good time with my son. He's so beautiful. My wife, she's amazing. I'm trying to, focus on our relationship, focus on God, and He's revealing things for us, which is amazing. Glory be to God. Anything to help my wife have a smile on her face, it helps. Um, one step at a time. One step at a time. I got good people around me. If you could have one good person that's powerful, it's better than a million and they not care. So, pick up your Bible, pick up your head, you know, just always have faith, man. Your prayers will always be heard, but it's up to you if they're answered. So keep moving forward. Keep trusting in God. Never give up. You put that passion in your heart for a reason. But I love y'all and really, really, really invest in yourself. In Jesus' name. Amen.